Well, the hits just keep coming. Scott Martin is disqualified for Lake Okeechobee. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Well, Scott Martin's not fishing Lake Okeechobee. Probably one of the biggest favorites for that event. That's where he lives. That's where he fishes all of his gets all his content for. And this is really a shock a day before the tournament, especially after Matt Herron was disqualified and then has left the elites. But if you've missed it, since it just came out, here's what was said. B.A.S.S officials received a call on the morning of February 26th from Elite Pro angler Scott Martin, self-reporting a violation of Rule C3, Practice and Competitions, A and J, concerning the receipt of information to gain a competitive advantage from a non-competitor. Martin admitted to having a conversation with a local angler about conditions at certain locations on Lake Okeechobee after the no information period was in effect. Due to this infraction, Martin has been disqualified from the 2025 Champion Power Equipment Bassmaster Elite on Lake Okeechobee and has been assessed a fine. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I think the rule needs to be looked at. That's just my opinion. I think the rule needs to be looked at. But to be quite honest, I just don't get what's going on in some of these guys' heads. And I'm not taking, in Matt's case, I think if you're talking to your son, which I was wrong, I said it was his brother. If you're talking to your son about fishing and what's going on, then it's nothing. To go and talk to someone who's a non-competitor about what's going on at this certain location on Lake Okeechobee, it's drastically different. Inadvertent or not inadvertent. It's a rule that's just hurting Bass now. Now I'm going to read the rest of it. Unintentional or inadvertently, I received information that violated the no information rule, said Martin. I was rigging my boat at the marina and was engaged in a conversation with an angler and simply did not shut it down quickly enough. This really hurts as this lake is special to me and I was really looking forward to the event. That said, the integrity of our sport is paramount and I have to deal with the consequence. This is a situation that can happen to any angler in the elite field, and in today's world, we have to be vigilant and simply do things differently. So, I'm not sure. I mean, this is a mistake that's going to happen to everybody, to be honest. A pro angler that's going into Bass Pro Shops and gets recognized, if it's a local place, and an angler is excited to talk to them, they're going to spew their guts. I mean, we got to be honest. We got to keep it real here. When an angler is at a bait shop or someplace else, people talk. He might not be able to stop what they're saying. I know it's really nice because, to be brutally honest, I've talked to anglers on the phone before events and they've said, and they're coming down south and they've said, whatever you do, don't talk about this. Don't talk about what's going on in fishing. And I really appreciate that. And it reminds me not to tell them how I'm doing. But the angler is responsible for telling the said person, whoa, hold on. And I give credit that he self-reported. I really give Scott credit for self-reporting. But this rule needs to be changed. It needs to be looked at a little bit more. Because if we're going to disqualify someone for just saying to someone, you got to shut up, then that might have an effect on that angler and the person that's giving him that information. If they're looking to solicit the information, that's a different thing. I think in this case, if someone's just talking and spewing, telling you what's going on or how well they've done fishing, I'm not sure that that's soliciting information. And in that case, I still think the anglers should be allowed to fish. If you're just talking amongst yourselves and amongst people, because let's keep it real here, the guy was probably super happy that he was talking to Scott Martin down on Lake Okeechobee. Martin is a stick down there. Martin was one of the favorites to win. And this hurts Scott, his reputation, his brand. and it also hurts bass. There just seems to be something going on within bass that doesn't make sense right now, and I don't know what's going on. But I think this rule needs to be checked out and at least adjusted, because it's hurting the industry. It's hurting bass fishing. Heron was one thing, now martin. This is crazy, to be honest. So, I don't know what you think, but I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers, the members, and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, hit that button, and welcome to the team. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.